you're wondering what the weather conditions are going to be like for this upcoming winter, you've tuned into the right spot. We have your winter forecast details coming right up. But first, I want to show you some shots from across the country. We've already been experiencing a little glimpse of what the winter has in store, those cold conditions being felt across the prairie provinces. Meanwhile, we've also seen snow in many places across the country to end off the month of November. This person in Calgary, not having the best day out there. Certainly drive with caution. Make sure those winter tires are already on because more snow is likely in the forecast. Those high elevation regions, though, they've already experienced plenty of snow across the west, which is good news for those avid ski and snowboard lovers because those ski resorts starting to open up already as we are inching closer and closer to December. Meanwhile, on this Atlantic side of the country, we've already seen some snow to end off the month of November and some more snow on the way for those across Ontario. Today, this Saturday, we feature lake effect snow squalls, but as we head into your Sunday, more widespread snow is possible. So, is this giving you a little bit of a glimpse of what we have in store? Meteorologist Kevin MacKay is diving into all of the winter predictions. Kevin, a lot of people are a fan of the snow. I'm not necessarily a fan of it. I'd like to wait until maybe like February or maybe Christmas one time, but that's about it for me. I think a lot of people are wondering, how much snow are we expected and can we have a white Christmas? Can you forecast that already or is it too early?
Well, we can kind of lean one way or the other, and it's leaning towards yes for a good chunk of the country, at least places where normally it might be a 50-50 situation like Southern Ontario. It's leaning closer towards yes, but we'll update that over the coming weeks. But looking at the highlights of the winter forecast, if you missed it earlier this week, there's some pretty important players in the factors that go into the seasonal outlook. And number one for the winter is the status of the Pacific Ocean, and that is where we have our La Nina set up currently. Now, it's not an overly strong La Nina, but it is one nonetheless. And that's when you get that warm water pushing over towards Indonesia and Papua New Guinea, Australia, and the colder waters coming to the surface near South America. And what that does, kind of a snowball effect, is it causes a lot of Pacific ridging, which is what we've seen over the last week or so, and allows that trough to settle in over central North America and that cold air to funnel down, and that can really fuel some strong storms over the southern U.S., whether they're Colorado lows, Texas lows. That gets reinforced by that cold air coming down from the Canadian prairies. Now, early winter, that's going to be the dominant pattern. We're going to have this Hudson Bay trough. That's going to be driving that cold air all the way out to the Atlantic coast. But the question is, will this pattern break down later in January? If it doesn't, we can hold this same one. If it does, we're going to see that cold air retreat back to Western Canada, and we'll see more of those storms bring warmth into Eastern Canada, and that is all dependent on the storm track. So if we get those storms to track north of Georgian Bay, that's a real good focal point. If you go north of that, then we draw in that warmth into Southern Ontario and Southern Quebec, and you get more of a rain situation. So just because we have an above normal precipitation forecast doesn't mean it's going to be above normal in terms of snow. That northern side of that swath, that's where it's going to be a close call. But we're really going to have to rely on the first half of the season to get that snow base in Southern Ontario and Eastern Canada.